Baby girl in Chester County is defying the odds. London Kelly was born weighing just 3 pounds and without ribs due to a rare condition. Her mom, who is a single parent, fought for her best care, and now this soon-to-be 1-year-old may finally get to come home. Here's Kelly Rule.
She never gave up the will to be here, so she wants to be here. So I fight for her too.
Christy Thompson is a single mom of 3 juggling a dog, a spunky 3-year-old, and a minimum 2 hours round-trip drive from Oxford, Chester County to Philadelphia multiple times a week, fighting for her baby to be in the best hands and to get to come home.
I never thought I would have a baby that had special needs. That wasn't me. That wasn't written in my book. That didn't happen to me. And I never thought I was that strong enough to do that. But I almost feel honored. Like, I remember when I first had her, I thought, I am honored that I'm her mom.
But that badge of honor existed before Christy knew exactly what London Sky Kelly's life would look like. Blood and other invasive tests while pregnant showed a 20% chance London might be born with health issues.
And I figured, you know what, I'll handle this. It'll be fine. Whatever comes my way, I've got this.
Then a personal health scare turned into an emergency delivery 2 months early. London was born at just 3 pounds.
I was very taken back with how stressed out she looked. And I didn't understand everything that was going on.
She transferred from Chester County to AI DuPont Hospital for Children. There, London was diagnosed with cerebrocostomandibular syndrome, CCMS. London has a small head and jaw, and as an x-ray from her birth shows, she does not have a rib cage. Her doctor tells Fox 29 there have only been about 80 or 90 cases described ever in medical literature, and only 3 cases similar to London, but the patients died shortly after birth.
We're not quite sure what the ribs are made of. We assume it's either cartilage that's really soft or some other form of connective tissue. Just when you think you've seen it all, there's a patient that comes around that sort of really tests the knowledge of medicine and your understanding of physiology.
Christy says for 6 months, London had numerous setbacks, including several bouts of pneumonia. In between long days and nights at the hospital, she did her research and requested London move to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia in December as a last resort.
Always follow your gut as a mom. And they said, look, she could die, but I had to take the chance. Yeah.
Her gut was right. London started to improve. Dr. Sam Maletu, among a team of numerous specialists, constantly keeping the wheels turning.
Patients like London push medicine to its limits and really sort of allow us to see firsthand like how much we can do.
And it was enough for Christy to set a goal to bring her home, no matter the cost, the equipment, or the learning curve.
Dr. Kumar at CHOP told me, you and I are going to help this baby as much as we can. And until we're hurting her and not helping her, we will not stop. That validated in my head that I was doing the right thing.
London has a trach tube, feeding tube, and needs to be on a ventilator at all times. Christy and her mom jumped into extensive training to be her caretakers, pulled together cash for the right car, and started the daunting search for home health care nurses. Difficult in rural Oxford, especially during a pandemic, all while still being a mom.
Show us the trach on there.
Charlie now has dolls that look a little more like her sister.
There it is.
How are you doing this?
Something somewhere thinks or knows that I can do this, and I think this is going to be hard. But a lot of times I just, as soon as I start to think negative, I turn it right around. Are you watching TV?
She hopes parents realize they are stronger than they realize, trust their gut, and know when to fight for your child's health.
I mean, there's really no better advocate for a child rather than their parents or their family or their caregivers, because they know them best.
We fight for each other. She's taught me so much.
In Chester County, Kelly Rule, Fox 29 News.